Well, morning, folks. 1:48 in the morning. It is the 9th of November, 2023, Thursday. Very mostly screwed up and sleep deprived. We were John C. Still waking up. Yeah, not that much sleep these days. A lot of action happening that I shouldn't have been paying attention more, but unfortunately, we haven't heard that much coming out of everywhere else, except that they're going to be responding to at least something of a political nature. City of Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, was responding to a major incident happening at the Museum of Tolerance. There was an event, a showing of some kind of extreme documentary of how Hamas was attacking the Israelis in the homeland of theirs. And it got ugly with the Palestinians and Israelis outside. Carried inside and went outside, and then there's fights breaking out all over the place. The LAPD had its hands full. Called a citywide tactical alert, probably. Mayor Bass was pissed off about it. She was trying to bring, with her messages, trying to calm the situation down. Hopefully that there'll be no more incidents in the city of Los Angeles. Yeah, right. They laid $1 short. I don't know what the hell this person was trying to do. What she was trying to organize this damn thing. Trying to put up more hatred and ugliness. Character she was portraying out there may have been a warrior goddess or try to be someone trying to bring a little bit of more peace to people. But flaring up the anger this time didn't exactly suit the whole situation too damn well. If we're trying to keep a lid, or at least trying to keep the you know keep the city from exploding on itself, or everybody else trying to explode on each other, and keep showing all this damn shit is not helping much. Repeating it left and right, no, that's not working. People probably think I'm pro-Palestinian at this point over here, but I'm pro people that are trying to struggle for survival. Hamas came into being because there was a hell of a lot of anger, a lot of hatred towards Israelis back in Israel. Gaza was simmering with it because they felt the mistreatment from the Israelis was that horrendous to them. To come up with an attack plan that would have major repercussions, I keep asking myself, did they think? I mean, did they truly think this shit out that this was going to be spilling over and just not be isolated, but have worldwide implications? But yeah, it's a hell of a way to tell people that they have issues with Israel. Israel was not addressing. Apparently, there was a lot of extremism saying that we want Palestine back. We'll take it back one way or another. Trying to study the history of this conflict, trying to study not just the conflict itself, but extending further back beyond 1948. The area's always been in contest. It's always been contested. Now, People just haven't quite figured it out that this whole damn anger shit is it's a cancerous plague. Brings out the worst in us. Not the best. I understand the plight, or trying to understand the plight of the Palestinians. I'm also trying to understand the nature of the Israelis as well. World War II was not mute on me. I did not have anybody in the concentration camps, thank God. I did have relatives who served in the military in Pearl. They came back alive. One of them was actually injured, lost a leg. Explosion happened. 3 uncles. All 3 came back. 2 of them had combat experience afterwards. Grateful to that point. But also, I studied up on history when I could. In my adulthood, but as a kid, we didn't have that much information to go on. As you get into an adult, you learn a lot more through other sources of what the hell happened over there. I tried to understand. I tried to understand why we fought. I tried to understand what was the significance of the whole war. A continuation of Germany's anger at the world. You had to look at World War One. Assassination attempt happened. And allies banded together, both sides, and turned Europe into a bloody war zone. And in the end, Germany was banned from ever having a military, but they created one anyway. It was an armistice. It wasn't a concession, though. It wasn't. There was a lot of anger, a lot of fear-mongering, a lot of tension happening in Europe. Till the damn thing happened to explode all over again. Round 2. And you had other people joining into the insanity. Far away is Japan. And you had Italy. You had France. Germany. You also had Russia. They called it World War II. And in World War II, we had a hell of a lot of hatred towards the Jewish nation. Nobody knew why. What the hell was... Why were they targeted? Why were they targeted? But they were. And anybody who was of Jewish descent was targeted. And at the end, the United Nations was trying to find out how to recompense the Jewish for their losses, granting them a homeland in Palestine. They came over, they thrived, they prospered, they took over. Supposed to be a two-state solution, didn't happen. Israelis kept swearing, the new Israelis kept swearing, never again. Never again will a Jewish nation ever be threatened like this. So they took it upon themselves. 75 years later, we got this crap happening. The Palestinians, for 75 years, are getting their asses kicked. Until this year. Until this year. A lot of hatred boiling up until cancer is spread all over the place. I don't know when it's ever going to stop. I don't know. I'm not supporting Hamas. I can understand their anger. But going into pure extremism when they're going to be trying to eliminate, that was a good laugh, the the Israelis, didn't understand that Israel had the major dominance over the past several decades. They built themselves up to a point where they weren't going to be harangued or bullied anymore. And they were willing to go toe to toe. They still had the ingrained anger. Ingrained in their culture and in themselves. If Israel had made concessions or actually made deals to have a two-party system a long time ago, maybe they would have avoided something like this. And right now, it's not happening. But they think it's going to be isolated in Middle East. How many of the Jewish and Palestinian descent do we have in the United States right now as it is? And they're still trying to be civil, but unfortunately, because of the situation, Hamas exploding like crazy, and then Israel going on an antibody abundant attack on Gaza at this point. I don't know. It seems like Hamas is being treated like a major infection and they're going to be burned down left and right, destroying the host body. The whole countryside of Israel, but not to mention everybody else surrounding it. So I don't get it. I don't get it. If that wasn't bad enough, then we had to deal with last night with the... Oh yeah, that was real fun last night. Seeing the debates last night. And then hearing the war drums. We heard the war drums on this one. Coming from the Republican candidates who are hoping to get into Congress, not Congress, but just into the White House. None of them are suitable. They all want blood. They all want blood the hard way. Turning on them. MSNBC on right now. DeSantis. Nikki Haley. Chris Christie. Tim Scott. And nobody covered. Okay, so they're going to be doing their moderators at this point. I just wanted to get part of that down there because there was a real, I don't know, what the hell would I call it? A shitstorm? I couldn't stand these guys going after each other. It sounded more like a damn schoolyard screaming and yelling match. Kind of reminded me of the last two times. I couldn't deal with it. So now I got to listen to the media people last night and this morning going after each other. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. Hell of a thing to wake up to in the morning, I'll tell you that much.